Hello, I'm Priscilla Patrick, and before we get started on the workout, there are a few little tips that I would like to share with you. First of all, if you have high blood pressure or a detached retina, you should never invert. Don't do any of the upside down positions because that will certainly aggravate your situation. If you have just had a big meal, this is not the time to do your exercises. Wait at least an hour after a big meal, 30 minutes after a fairly light snack. If you have any upper chest problems, respiratory problems, you have a heavy head cold, sinusitis, ear infection, any of those kinds of things, don't do anything that would exacerbate the symptoms. That means by going upside down primarily or putting any excess pressure on your upper body. Most importantly, listen to your body. I'm just delighted to work with you. Don't try to do everything to the nth degree. You may be a little more stiff than I am, so break into it gently, go slowly, be patient. Referring to sitting bones, this may be the first time that you have heard of this, but our hip joints we refer to as the sitting bones. And people traditionally tend to sit to the back part of their sitting bones, toward their tailbone, which makes the spine form what I refer to as a lowercase letter C. And all I would like to do is to have you lift your pelvic bone structure forward, rotating it and transferring the majority of the weight to the front part of your sitting bones, coming off of the tailbone. That would make your spine very tall, like an uppercase letter I. So this is primarily what we're doing. You lift and tilt. This seems to facilitate getting to the front part of the sitting bones. And something that I very frequently use is called the clam. You lead with a chin, you rotate your pelvis over the sitting bones, and just begin to fold forward. Take your time, no bouncing, no bobbing. It's a gentle, long stretching through the hips and the lumbar back. Everybody has a flexibility level that is different from everybody else's. So don't worry about any of that. Please be patient. You simply fold forward as far forward as you're able to go and stretch. And then you come back up again. And we're going to start now to ease down onto the back so that we can learn and work out with a warm-up, a limbering procedure. So ease onto the floor, having your feet flat, keeping your knees bent. If you have a weak back, bend down onto your elbow and ease down. If your back is all right, use your stomach muscles and slowly roll down, easing down. As your head comes down, straighten out your legs and relax. First, bring your arms alongside of your ears and stretch. Push the heels of your feet away from your body, stretching deeply. Stretch through your calves, tighten your kneecaps, tighten your quads, flatten your stomach, lengthen your waist, expand your rib cage, stretch through the shoulder joints, through the elbow joints, through the wrists and middle fingers. Lengthen your body, and then go completely limp. Bring your arms alongside of your body, turning your palms toward the ceiling. Wiggle through your shoulders, wiggle through your spine, wiggle through your pelvis. Bounce your knees and stimulate the circulation in your legs. Lift your back up, wiggle and put it back down, and let go. The first stage of limbering is going to involve your hip, knee, and ankle joints. So you start by drawing your stomach in, pressing your waistline into the floor. This is a pelvic tilt. You're taking the bow out of your low back. Bend your right knee and slide the right foot over to your right hand. Hold on to your ankle. Slowly lower your knee toward the floor, getting a deep stretch through the top of your thigh. No bouncing. Don't put any excessive pressure to your knee joint. Don't compromise the safety of your joints in a desire to achieve a given position. The more you practice, the better you're going to get. We're going to take 2 deep diaphragmatic breaths. These are known as pranayama breaths in Sanskrit. And all it is just a deep diaphragmatic breath if you've had experience in voice. You will be inhaling through the nose, and as you inhale, you push your stomach up first, then you expand the lower ribs, and then you go all the way up to your upper chest. You're literally exercising your lungs, all right? Inhale through your nose, your tummy goes up first. Tummy, 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 midsection, midsection, upper chest, upper chest. Fill your lungs completely and hold your breath. Now exhale and lower your stomach first. Ribs come down. Squeeze out the air, draw your navel to your backbone. And relax. And again, deeply through the nose. Tummy, 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 midsection, midsection, upper chest, way to the top, and hold your breath. Exhale, tummy down. Rib cage down. Squeeze it out. Draw your navel to your backbone. Empty every last bit of the stale air out. Straighten out your leg. Stomach tight, pelvic tilt. Bend the left knee. Slide the left foot over to your left hand. If you cannot reach your foot, don't worry about it. Get a belt or a sash. Create a strap, anything that will help you where you need to go. Relax the right side of your body completely. No forcing. Your knee will slowly, gradually get lower and lower to the floor. Please breathe very, very deeply. Tummy, 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 midsection, midsection, upper chest, way to the top and hold. Exhale, tummy down. Rib cage down. Squeeze it out. Now draw your navel to your backbone. Relax. And one last time, deeply. Tummy, 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 midsection, midsection, upper chest, way up, fill completely and hold. Exhale, tummy down. Rib cage down. Squeeze it out. Draw your navel to your backbone. And gently straighten out your leg. Now we counter posture. We do the exact opposite to balance out your body. Bend your right knee. Bring the right foot over the top of your left thigh. Glide your heel up toward your navel. Now some of you may not even be able to reach your ankle yet. Remember the yet. That implies that you will. Just get, again, a sash, whatever. And draw your stomach in, lengthen your waist, open your ribs, lower your knees slowly to the floor, and press down. Try to create an internal vacuum through the abdominal area. Press down. And then bring your knee way up and take it way back down, up and down. You're lubricating the hip joint, literally. Keep your pelvis still. Keep your torso still, but try to get the full range of motion in that hip joint. You want to see the socket. You want to see the ball joint working as deeply and as thoroughly as possible. Hip joints are really difficult to keep flexible as time goes on. So this is very, very important. Breathe softly. Relax your facial muscles. Alternate sides. Bend your left knee. Bring your left foot over the top of your right thigh or as close up to it as possible. Glide your heel up. Open up your hip joint. Open up. Draw your stomach in, rest your foot on top of your thigh, rotate your joints carefully, press down, stomach flat, long waist, ribs wide open. Internal stretch through the abdominal cavity. Bring your knee way up and down. Up and down. Keep your pelvis still. Keep your torso still. Lubricate that hinge. Stimulate the circulation, bringing strength and flexibility to the muscles and ligaments that support your hip joint. Breathe softly. Relax your forehead. Relax the space between your eyebrows. And allow your eyelids to be very, very heavy. Don't let that pelvis jerk around. All right, straighten out your leg. Now, bend the right knee into your chest. Put your hands on your shin bone. Again, a pelvic tilt. Press the waist into the floor. Tip your head back so that your chin points to the ceiling, and arch your spine. Lift your spine and shoulders way up off the floor, and begin to bring your shoulders toward your ears. Stretch up, stretch up. Try to get the kinks out of your spine. Stretch the muscles of your back from the waistline to the top of your shoulders. Stretch. Put your waist on the floor and slowly lower your spine to the floor, one vertebra at a time, easing down. When you get your shoulders down, your neck should feel very crowded. That's because we took the arch out of your back. So lift up, tuck your chin into your neck, and press the back of your neck into the floor. Be flat back and squeeze your thigh into your ribs. Try to get your heel into the back of your thigh. Feel the stretch through the low back. Lower your leg onto the floor. Glide it up. Bend your knee. Hold the back of your thigh. Focus your attention to the back of your heel, the Achilles tendon. Slowly, carefully push your heel to the ceiling. This will initiate a very deep stretch that ends up in your hamstrings. So you must go slowly, get into your calf. Now push hard and slowly begin to tighten your kneecap. Straighten out your leg. If you go too quickly, you're going to have hot wires at the back of your knee. You have to bend your knee and start all over again. So be patient. If your body allows, glide your hands higher up toward your ankle, pushing both heels away from your body. Keep your head on the floor. Keep your knees straight. It doesn't matter how high up your leg is. The important thing is to keep your leg straight. Breathe softly and lower. Bend the left knee into the chest, hands on the shin bone, pelvic tilt, stomach tight. Tip your head back, point your chin to the ceiling. Lift up your spine and shoulders, arch way up. Stretch your shoulders to your earlobes. Lengthen the muscles from the waistline to the top of your shoulders. Stretch now. Put your waist on the floor. Slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time. Easing down. Shoulders down, and again, your neck should feel very crowded. Tuck your chin in. Press the back of the neck into the floor. Squeeze tightly, stretching through the lower back. By the way, this is very good for your back. Lower your leg onto the floor and glide your leg up. Have your knee slightly bent, focusing into the Achilles tendon. Push your heel up, push up, go slowly. Go slowly, get into the tendon, then stretching into your calf. Begin to push the heel very firmly upwards. Slowly tighten your kneecap. Slowly tighten your kneecap. Straighten out your leg. And if your body allows, glide your hands up higher toward your ankle, pushing both heels away from your body and keeping your head down on the floor. Breathe softly. Never, never force. Never, never force. and lower. Completely let go. Give yourself just a miniature vacation. Just melt into your mat. Let all the tension drain out of your body. Let go. All right, we're going to begin with a series for your lower back. If you have a weak lower back, you may have to ease yourself down on your elbow any way that it's safe. If your back is perfectly fine, you need this anyway because it's going to keep your back nice and strong. Have your knees bent, your feet flat, your toes down, draw your stomach in tightly, arms up just for ballast, so to speak, and begin to roll down. Roll down, come onto your waist, straighten out your legs, and bring your arms back, stretch, and place your hands on your rib cage, your elbows on the floor. Bend both knees, having your feet flat on the floor close to your seat. Your ankle bones touching, your toe joints touching, your knee joints touching. Tighten your stomach and go into a pelvic tilt. Having your hands on your rib cage, drop both knees together to the right. Take your time. Keep your left shoulder down. Stay in your comfort zone. Every time you practice, you will get better, so don't try to get it all at one time. Lift up, stomach tight, pelvic tilt. Drop to the left. Keep your shoulders level and down. Stretch through the midriff section, through the lumbar back. Lift up. Stomach tight, pelvic tilt, cross the right leg over the left, and drop both knees together to the right. Press. Feel a deep stretch through the midriff section. Lift up, uncross, left over right, and drop to the left. Stretch, breathe softly, back up to the center, uncross. Both knees into the chest. Now squeeze your thighs into the rib cage. Just squeeze flat, stretching through the low back, and then try to lift your waist up off the floor. Lift up and come down, and put your hands on top of your knees and push your knees away from your body. Arching your back, rock from side to side, and try to go down to your tailbone, to your sitting bones, rocking from side to side. Dig your bones into the floor. That will stimulate the circulation more deeply into your muscles. Slowly rocking from side to side, draw your knees up toward your chest, working your way up, working your way up, coming up onto your waist, and try to come above your waist, way high, way, way high. Easing down, going back down, rocking from side to side. Push your knees away from your body, arch your back, once again, go down to your tailbone and make huge circles with your knees, really big circles going all the way to the outside, and every time you go around, you tighten up your circle. Don't leave any gaps. Keep pushing your hands into your kneecaps in order to press more firmly into the floor, making the circles smaller and smaller until you end up at the very, very small of your back. And now start to make your circles bigger, going back out. A circle outside a circle, outside a circle, bigger and bigger and bigger, getting all the way out. Involve every single part of your back. Try to remember this little series anytime you get a backache. It is just amazing as how well it does work. Going all the way to the outside, and tighten up your stomach. put your feet flat on the floor. Push your feet as far from you as you can as long as your toes remain on the floor. A solid pelvic tilt. Pick up your head and shoulders. Interlace your thumbs and come up to a sitting position. Then put the soles of your feet together and lift and tilt. Get to the front part of your sitting bones and lead with your chin. Slowly fold forward, just stretching through the low back. Take your time, no forcing, no bouncing. Just find how far will your muscles let you stretch. Then pick up your head, line your neck up to your spine, coming back up into the upright position. Inhale deeply through the nose, then out through your mouth. Just a deep, wonderful breath. Go. That feels so good. Now we're going to do the half butterfly. Bring your left leg straight out in front of you and bring your right foot over the top of your thigh and try to press your knee down. Everybody is hinged differently. So some people's knees are going to be way up here and others will be halfway and some will be down. But just focus into your hip joint. You want to start an up and down. This is not a slapping. It's not really a bouncing. It's just a rotating in that ball joint, stimulating the circulation and beginning to bring a little bit more flexibility into the muscles and ligaments that support the hip joint. So just see where you are, trying to know that ultimately you want that knee as low to the floor as it'll go. Alternate sides. Left foot up, draw your stomach in, sit tall, sit to the front part of your sitting bones. Lubricate that hip joint. Just let it go up and down, up and down. You know how rarely do we use these joints, except when you're walking, running, but in terms of just really working the joint itself. That's the half butterfly. Now we go to the full butterfly, holding both feet up and down. You feel this in the groin as well. Your inner thigh muscles need to be stretched. Just going up and down, and now pull your knees down and pull the toes up. Knees down, toes up. Feel that deep stretch and release and butterfly. And again, pull the toes up, draw your stomach in, pull your knees down, stretch deeply and release. Back into the butterfly. And now we'll see if we're ready. We're going to try to do lotus, half lotus. You start out, bring your right foot over the top of your left thigh and lower your knee. And then you bring your left leg and put it underneath you. And that creates the half lotus. If you cannot do a half lotus, simply cross your ankles Indian style. That works. But if you can do half lotus, that's good. And let's try full lotus, which means bringing the left foot over the top of your right thigh. In this position, you want to sit to the front part of your sitting bones, and I'm going to show you with a yardstick. Most people, when they bend forward, and this is what we're going to be doing, bend at the waistline. And what we need to do is bend at the hip joints. So let me use this yardstick as an example. I'll strap an imaginary, you strap an imaginary yardstick to your spine. I've got the yardstick to my spine. And then you are in the upright position. As you bend forward, you are bending at the hip joints, not at the waistline. Folding forward. Your stomach comes over your legs, and only then do you depart from the stick. You come back up and straight up. If you're bending from the waist, which as I said most people do, you begin doing this. And you see the difference. So always remember the idea of the yardstick. So with that in mind now, bring your arms back, interlace your fingers, lengthen your spine, lower your shoulders, chin up. We'll take a deep diaphragmatic breath, a pranayama breath. A little more difficult in the upright position, but very doable. All right, through the nose, please. Tummy, 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 midsection, midsection, upper chest, fill to the top. Exhale, lead with your chin, fold forward, lead with your chin, bend at the hip joints, try to stretch your stomach over your legs, put your forehead on the floor or as close to it as possible. Now bring your arms up, open your chest and shoulders. Inhale, pick up your head, bring your torso up into the upright position. And exhale. Ease out of your position. And rub your ankle. Never stay in your position. If it hurts, come out of it, tend to it, and then go back into it. Rub, just stimulating circulation through your ankle, calf, knee, and hamstring. Now let's see if the left side will do. Bring your left foot up first. Right foot over or under. Lengthen up very, very tall. Strap on your yardstick. Chin up. All right, breathe deeply now. Tummy, 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 tummy. Midsection, midsection. Upper chest, way up. Exhale, bend at the hip joints. Fold forward, stretch your stomach over your legs. Empty the air. Arms up, way high. Pick up your head, line your neck up to your spine. Inhale, come straight up out of your hip joints. And exhale. Draw your navel to your backbone. Ease out of your position. And rub. Rub your ankle, calf, knee, hamstring. Every time you practice, your body will open up a little bit more, so that's why I'm so insistent. Don't force it. Don't be in a hurry. Just enjoy the journey. Now that was a bound position. You're binding your muscles. Now we're going to stretch. So you sit on your tailbone. This time you do, and round out your spine. Pick up your feet and hold your toes. Find your balance. Focus your eyes on a spot in front of you to help you anchor in. Breathe softly, put the word flow into your mind, and flow the right leg out in front of you. Take your time and breathe softly and relax your kneecap. Relax your kneecap. Now push the toes into your fingers and stretch through your shoulder. Get way up into your shoulder. Push, push. Glide your leg to the outside, way out, and pull the toes toward you. Pull. And down. Left leg out. Breathe softly. Relax your knee. Relax your knee. Push the toes into your fingers and glide your leg to the outside, way out, and pull the toes toward you, getting even more of a stretch for your hamstring. Bend your knee. Bring both feet up. Take your time. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. And separate your feet. And pull the toes toward you. Go way to the outside. Breathe softly. And back down again. Now, sit cross-legged. We're going to do a variation of the spinal twist. Having the weight evenly distributed on both sitting bones. Shoulders squared. Put your left hand on your right knee. Bring your right arm straight out in front of you. Have your shoulders level. There's such a tendency to bring that shoulder up. Keep it level. Focus your eyes on your fingertips. Now don't just move your arm. Keep your arm in front of you. You move your shoulders. Move your shoulders to the right. Twist. Twist to the right. Twist. Twist. Then glide your chin over your shoulder. Bring your arm back. And hold. Have the weight evenly distributed on both sitting bones. Keep your chin over your shoulder, as if though you're looking to see who's coming up behind you. Feel the muscles working in your back. The weight evenly distributed now on both sitting bones. Pull up now. Come on, pull up. Lengthen your neck. Bring your shoulders forward. Bring your arm forward. Put your hand on your left knee, left arm up, shoulders squared, twisting, twist. Move your shoulders, move your shoulders. Glide your chin over your shoulder. Bring your arm back. Who's coming up behind you? The weight evenly distributed on both sitting bones. Open your chest, lengthen your neck. Breathe softly. Feel those muscles working in your back. Bring your shoulders forward. Bring your arm forward. And put your hand on your knee. Now we're going to stretch out the muscles in your back that were tightly contracted. Fold forward gently. Pull your elbows down toward the floor. Separate your shoulder blades and tuck your chin in. Lift up your head, line your neck up to your spine. Come up, and again, inhale deeply through the nose. Coming up onto your knees, make sure you have ample padding for your knees. This is known as the kneeling cobra, and it's one of the finest exercises for stretching your hamstrings at the same time that you're working your quads. The important thing, and this is very important, your leg is perfectly straight, your foot is flat. Now bend your knee, but don't move your foot. Bend your knee, that shifts your torso forward. Keep your shoulders lined up to your hip joints. Use your arms as though they were a plumb bob. Don't go here because this is where the plumb bob would be. Have your shoulders back. You need to stay completely in line. In this position, inhale. Now, exhale, you push your knee forward and you drop the pelvic floor straight down. Straight down. Don't bring your shoulders forward. Drop straight down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Try to get your fingertips to the floor. Now, inhale, pick up your toes. Push the heel into the floor. And exhale, foot down. And change. Bring the left foot out in front. The knee is straight. Bend your knee. You don't want to bring the foot here because then when you go forward, your knee is going to go beyond your ankle. You never want that to happen because you could really damage your Achilles tendon. That is why it's imperative that you start with the leg straight. You bend the knee, but not moving the foot. Have your shoulders lined up to your hips, fingertips pointing down. Inhale deeply. Exhale, push the knee forward. Sink the pelvic floor. Sink down, sink down, sink down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, push up. And exhale, ease down. Coming back down again, rub around your knee, stimulating the circulation in the joint. And to the other knee. And then come up on the balls of your feet and sit on your heels. This is the forward-facing dog posture. Now, if you have high blood pressure, this is a minor inversion. You can go into this, but don't hold it for any length of time, all right? Have your arms way out in front of you. Inhale, chin up. Now, exhale, slowly straighten your knees. Straighten out your knees. Push the heels of your feet flat into the floor. Pull your forehead toward the floor. Now, lift up your head. Keep your heels flat on the floor. Walk your hands away from your body as far as you're able, as long as you can keep the heels of your feet flat on the floor. This is an incredible stretch for your calves. Walk back. Get your hands pretty close in toward your feet, just getting a really nice stretch through the back of your legs. Walk away. Keep the heels of your feet flat on the floor. Stretch deeply. Stretch. Coming back. Bend your knees. Sit on your heels. Good. And then come onto your knees and stretch out onto your stomach. This is the basic cobra. The most important thing about this is to not use your arms. Do not push your arms into the floor. You're going to use your lumbar back. And if you push your arms into the floor, you're losing that workout. Have the top of your feet flat on the floor, palms flat, elbows flat, forehead on the floor. Then inhale and skim your forehead, nose, chin up. Bring your chest up as high as you're able. Lift your arms momentarily and immediately put them back down just to make sure that you're not pushing up. Your low back is doing the work. And exhale, coming back down. relax, and again. Forehead down, skim the forehead, nose, chin up. Bring your chest up as high as you're able. Check, check. Make sure you're not using your arms. Keep your feet on the floor. Exhale down. And one more time. Put your forehead on the floor. Inhale, skim the forehead, nose, chin up. Bring your chest up as high as you can. Check momentarily. Check. And ease down. Rest for a moment. And then push up onto your knees. Walk your knees toward your hands and ease down. Now we're going to do a wonderful posture. And this is one of those semi-inverted poses. So high blood pressure people, if you have high blood pressure, you might try this, but you don't hold it back there for any length of time. Just go back and come right back up again. Placing your hands on your knees or the front part of your shin bones, tighten up your stomach, tuck your chin into your chest. We're going to roll back and try to find the balance on the shoulders, and then we'll roll back up again. Tuck your chin in, roll back, find your balance, roll up, good. And again, a little farther back, roll back, roll up, roll back, roll up. One more time. Roll back and roll up. Anytime you get a chance, do that. It's a wonderful exercise for your back, and it stimulates the circulation, and it really does help to rejuvenate your spine. Now, we're going to go into some side stretching. So bring your right leg out to the outside and your left foot to the inside of your thigh. Have the weight evenly distributed on both sitting bones. Pull the toes toward you and try to press the back of your knee into the floor. Pelvis should be level. Arms alongside of your body. Chin up. Inhale, arms up. All the way up. Interlock your thumbs. Lengthen up. Exhale, turn sideways over your extended leg. Slowly, slowly, stretching. Breathe softly. Inhale, coming up. Stretch way up. And exhale, arms out and down, pushing the heels of your hands away from your body. Now, stretch the left leg to the outside. Right foot to the inner thigh. Pull the toes toward you. Get the weight on both sitting bones. Arms alongside your body. Inhale, arms up. Interlock your thumbs. Lengthen, turn sideways. Exhale, go sideways. Exhale. Just stretch, reach, bend, only as far as your body will comfortably allow you to go. Breathe softly. Inhale up. Stretch way up. And exhale, arms out and down, pushing the heels of your hands away from your body. Now get both legs straight out in front and lift and tilt. You want to get to the front part of your sitting bones. Don't be back on the tailbone. Get up to the front. Push the heels away, arms alongside. Inhale, arms up. Way up, lengthen. Exhale, bend at your hip joints. Fold forward, fold forward. Inhale, pick up your head. Arms lined up alongside of your ears. Stretch and exhale. Push the heels of your hands away from your body. Don't be discouraged. That's a very hard stretch. At almost 60, I can do it. I couldn't do it when I was 30. Remember that. You can continue to get better. But don't force it. Don't get to the point where you just hate it because it's so hard to do. That's the biggest mistake you can make. All right, now let's sit cross-legged. Allow your arms to rest very, very comfortably on your knees. Neck and shoulders are perfectly relaxed. Drop your head forward and simply let it hang. Close your eyes. Don't make anything happen, but just make a mental note as to where your chin is in proximity to your chest. But don't make anything happen. Then lift up your head and drop it back. Just a little bit, getting a nice stretch to the front of your neck. Lift your head up. Turn your chin over your right shoulder, as far over as possible. Now go to the left. Way over, way over. And back to the center. Drop your right ear over your right shoulder. Keep your shoulders level. Lower your shoulders. Lift up and drop to the left and stretch. And lift up. Drop your head forward and slowly roll to your right. Put your mind into the right of your neck. Now pay attention. Just gently stretch. No forcing. And slowly roll around the back of your head. Go slowly. This is a luxury. This is to pull the tension out of your neck and shoulders. Going over to the left. Stretching deeply at the right of your neck. And then drop your head forward. Let it hang. And roll to the left. Stretch to the left. Way over. Roll across your back. All the way over. Stretch deeply. And then drop your head forward. And again, let it hang. Just totally let it hang. And make a mental note as to the distance of your chin to your chest. See if there's any difference. Then lift up your head. Right shoulder, circle backward. Left shoulder, circle backward. Right shoulder forward. Left shoulder forward. Good. Just stretching out, lower your shoulders, and then put the soles of your feet together and get to the front part of your sitting bones, lengthening up. Lift and tilt, lead with your chin, folding forward. Slowly glide as far forward as your body will allow. Go way forward and see if you can tell any difference in your forward flexibility now compared to when we began. Then let yourself go limp, totally limp. And in the quietness of your mind, try to evaluate how you feel now compared to when we began. Did you get away from the world for a while? Did your mind get quiet? Did your joints get a lube job? Do your muscles feel like they worked? How's your mood, your attitude, your stress levels? I have no idea, but this is the best way I know for you to find out whether or not this helped. Take care of yourself, and we'll try this again soon, I hope. Bye-bye.